Hello there, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's tap into the energy around your connection and the person you're focused on and see what Spirit wants to reveal today. As always, keep what resonates with your heart and release anything that isn't meant for you. All right, Cancer, let's get into your reading. All right, the energy coming through today is this, and I really need you to hear it. There is something miraculous happening in your connection, and the cards are revealing all of it. You are about to experience a kind of love that goes beyond anything you have ever known. This person, without any hesitation, is going to love you deeper than anyone else ever could. Expect a miracle because that is exactly what the universe has been preparing for your heart. The weight of that message is immense, and I want you to let every word settle in. Let us go ahead and dive into this because the evidence in these cards is overwhelming. So, the first card I have for you is the Star, and it took my breath away completely. The Star is pure hope, pure renewal, and it tells me that heaven is actively intervening here. Something divine has been orchestrated behind the scenes, and you are only now beginning to feel it. The universe placed this person on your path for a reason, and that reason is lasting love. Nothing about this connection is accidental, and every single sign you have been receiving validates that truth. The Star does not show up for surface level attractions, it shows up for soul written destiny. Whenever this card lands in a love reading, it means that a higher power is guiding the outcome. You have been praying for something real, and this card is the direct answer to those prayers. Healing is already moving through your spirit, and it is opening doors that stayed locked for years. The emotional fog that surrounded you before is lifting now, and clarity is pouring in from every direction. Your heart has been tested, it has been stretched, and now the reward for that patience is arriving. A brighter chapter is being written for you as we speak, and every card is underlining that promise. The next card coming through is the King of Cups, and this one carries immense weight. The King of Cups is a devoted soul who loves with maturity, with emotional depth, and full devotion. This is not a fleeting infatuation, and it is not a passing connection that fades when things shift. What this card brings to the table is rare, and it is a love that does not leave. You deserve this person choosing you with their whole heart, and that is precisely what is arriving. I want you to understand what this card really means, because it goes deeper than surface romance. The King of Cups represents a love that protects you, a love that holds you even in silence. This person would rather sit with you in your pain than watch you go through it alone. Their emotional intelligence is not something they had to learn. It is woven into who they are. Emotional safety radiates from this entire reading, and I want you to absorb that for a long moment. That kind of devotion does not just appear randomly. It appears when the universe decides you are ready. You are being chosen by a heart that knows what it wants, and what it wants is you. Then we have the Lovers, and I could not have asked for a stronger validation than this card. The Lovers says that this bond is magnetic. It is sacred and it is cosmically aligned. Two souls are being drawn together by an invisible force, and neither one of them can resist it. When the Lovers appears in a reading like this, it is the universe whispering, "You found your person." Not a temporary connection that fades with distance, but a bond that rewrites your definition of love. This card carries the energy of divine partnership, and it means that your paths were meant to merge. What is forming between you two transcends logic, it transcends timing, and it transcends every past heartbreak. The pull between your souls is ancient, and no distance or circumstance has the power to undo it. Every card in this spread is pointing in the same direction, and that direction is undeniable and permanent. The love being offered to you is extraordinary. It is the kind that people spend lifetimes searching for. Your soul has waited for this exact moment, and the universe is finally saying it is time. I need you to trust what is being shown to you today because none of this is random. So let us take a closer look at where you are standing in all of this energy. Your heart has been carrying a quiet hope for a long time, and it grows louder every day. Part of you already senses that something magnificent is shifting, and you cannot ignore that pull anymore. You have been guarding yourself for so long, and now your walls are starting to crack wide open. A vulnerability is rising inside of you, and it both terrifies and excites you at once. You did not ask for these feelings, but they arrived on their own, and they refuse to leave. A warmth is blooming in your chest that you cannot explain, and it catches you off guard. As a water sign ruled by the moon, your emotional currents run deeper than most can grasp, and that depth is precisely why this longing has been so persistent within you. The first card here is the Nine of Cups, and it speaks directly to your emotional world. The Nine of Cups is the wish card, and you have been dreaming of this love for years. Late at night, when everything is still, your mind keeps returning to what genuine partnership feels like. You have not been asking for too much. And deep in your bones, you know that is true. Every longing you held close to your chest, this card says it is entirely valid and real. You picture a love where words are not forced, where silence feels warm and presence means everything. That vision you hold inside is not fantasy. It is a blueprint your soul designed on purpose. You are not delusional for believing in deep love. And you never were, no matter who questioned it. That quiet faith you kept alive even when the world tried to dim it, it carried you here. People told you to lower your expectations, but your heart knew those voices were wrong all along. The Nine of Cups honors every ounce of that patience, and it says your faith was never misplaced. Your heart kept the door open when logic told you to shut it, and that took real courage. The next card is the Queen of Swords, and she mirrors the strength you carry inside of you. You are sharper than people give you credit for, and your intuition has never once led you astray. The Queen of Swords says you have been watching, analyzing, and protecting your peace with fierce precision. You refuse to settle, and that refusal is not stubbornness. It is wisdom earned through genuine pain. Your standards did not come from nowhere. They were built from every lesson that almost broke you. Underneath all of that armor, though, there is a tenderness in you that very few people witness. You want to be held without being controlled and loved without ever having to beg for it. Your mind is strong, but your heart is softer than you admit. And both of them deserve honor. Nobody taught you how to protect yourself like this. You learned it through every wound that was handed. That strength does not make you cold. And this card says, it makes you incredibly worthy of devotion. The guard you built was necessary, but now your spirit senses that it is safe to soften again. You have earned the right to exhale, and every card in this reading is giving you that permission. The last card is the Four of Wands, and it reveals what your soul is truly craving inside. You are not just seeking romance, you are seeking a foundation, a place where your heart finally rests. Stability echoes through every layer of this card, and your entire being is reaching out for it. You are done with chaos, done with uncertainty, and your spirit is demanding something that lasts forever. You dream of mornings that feel safe, of evenings beside a presence that fills every room with calm. The Four of Wands says your longing for home is not weakness. It is the purest strength imaginable. What you crave is consistency, loyalty, and the peace of knowing you are chosen without conditions or doubt. You have been wandering for a long time, and your soul is tired of searching without arriving. Everything you have been holding inside, every whispered prayer, the cards see it and honor all of it. You are not broken for wanting depth, and you are not naive for believing it truly does exist. Your emotional landscape is vast and layered, and the right connection will cherish every single part of it. The longing you carry is not desperation. It is the purest signal that your heart remains open. You have survived every storm that tried to close you off, and that resilience speaks volumes about you. You are standing at the edge of something extraordinary, and your spirit already recognizes what awaits you. Trust yourself in this moment. Trust what your body and your intuition have been whispering to you. Now, let us step into their side of this connection because there is so much unfolding there. This person has been moving through a quiet emotional storm and they have not told anyone about it. On the surface, they appear composed, but underneath, everything inside of them is shifting and rearranging completely. Their feelings run much deeper than they have been willing to show, and that truth scares them. They carry the weight of this connection in silence, afraid that one wrong move could ruin everything. The intensity of what they feel has been building like pressure, and it pushes against their composure daily. The first card for their energy is the Ten of Cups, and it reveals their deepest emotional truth. The Ten of Cups is the card of emotional fulfillment, and this person craves that with every fiber. They have been imagining a life built around love, stability, and a peace that never fades away. Most people do not realize this, but this person has been quietly preparing for something deeply real. Their heart is not casual about this, and every emotion they carry hits them at full force. The Ten of Cups does not appear for games. It appears for a heart that is genuinely devoted. This person has been quietly building a vision of their future, and it revolves around lasting partnership. Fear is the only thing standing between their truth and their expression, and it has been paralyzing them. They are terrified of being vulnerable because the last time they opened up, it cost them everything. Old wounds still echo through their chest, and those scars have made them cautious about trusting again. Those old chapters left marks on their spirit, and they swore never to allow that pain ever again. The next card is the Knight of Pentacles, and it paints a portrait of how they truly operate. The Knight of Pentacles is slow, deliberate, and every single step they take is calculated with intention. They do not rush into anything, and that includes matters of the heart, especially at these stakes. This person measures their words carefully, and they weigh every interaction before deciding how much to reveal. Their silence is not absence, it is restraint, and behind that restraint lives an ocean of unspoken feeling. The Knight of Pentacles tells me they are building something in their mind brick by emotional brick. They want to be sure before they speak, because once the words come out, nothing goes back. Loyalty runs through their veins like a current, and when they commit with their entire being. This person does not give their loyalty freely, and when they do it is absolute and without expiration. They are not indifferent and they are not distant. They are terrified of how much this actually means. Every thought they have circles back to this connection, and they cannot figure out how to stop it. Their pride keeps them anchored in place, but their heart is screaming to move toward what matters. The last card is the Moon, and it uncovers the fears that have been controlling them in silence. The Moon says this person is haunted by doubt, and that doubt is entirely directed at themselves. They question whether they are enough, whether their love is worthy, and whether they deserve what they feel. The Moon reveals that past rejection still lives inside their body, and it whispers lies to them constantly. They are afraid of repeating old patterns, afraid of offering their heart and watching it shatter again. The walls they built were survival, not preference. And behind every brick is a wound that never healed. Underneath all of that fear, though, there is a fire in them that refuses to be extinguished. They know what they feel is rare, and that awareness keeps them tethered. Even through all the fear, they lie awake, replaying moments, wondering if what they felt was real or if their mind invented it. The cards reveal a person who is consumed by love, but who remains terrified to speak it aloud. Their emotions are not small. They are monumental, and they carry that weight where no one else sees. No matter how hard they try to rationalize it, the feeling returns stronger and more undeniable each time. This person is standing at a crossroads inside their own heart, and every card here validates that truth. So here is what is about to happen, and I need you to pay close attention to this. This person is done sitting in silence, and a decision has already begun forming inside of them. The wheels are turning, the gears are shifting, and movement is coming toward you faster than you expect. They have reached the edge of their patience, and staying still is no longer something they can do. A switch has flipped inside of them, and the version of them that held back no longer exists. The first card is the Ace of Wands, and it represents a bold new beginning in this connection. The Ace of Wands is pure initiative, pure spark, and it confirms that a decisive move is imminent. They are gathering the courage to step forward, and that first step is closer than you realize. A message is forming in their mind, a conversation they have been rehearsing over and over in private. This person is preparing to reach out, and the Ace of Wands says that the timing is now. Something is pushing them past hesitation, and their body is already responding before their mind catches up. The Ace of Wands carries an urgency that cannot be manufactured, and this person vibrates with that charge. They have been holding back for reasons that no longer serve them, and that resistance is crumbling fast. The fire inside them has reached a tipping point, and inaction is no longer an option they accept. Expect a shift in their behavior soon because the cards are showing direct and deliberate forward motion. Their actions in the coming days will carry more weight, and you will recognize that shift right away. The next card is the Eight of Cups, and it shows them leaving everything that once held them. The Eight of Cups is about leaving old patterns behind, and this person is finally choosing that path. They are releasing the grip of past disappointments, and they are redirecting all of that energy toward you. Old excuses are being dropped, old fears are being confronted, and a new chapter is actively being written. This person is choosing growth over comfort, and that shift in priority changes everything between you two. The baggage they carried for years is being abandoned at the roadside, and they are not looking back. The Eight of Cups confirms they are done running from what they feel, and surrender is taking over. The emotional weight they dragged behind them is finally being released, and their stride is getting lighter. They are packing up their doubts, setting them aside, and making room for something that actually matters. What used to keep them frozen no longer grips their decisions, and a new freedom is taking hold. A clear decision has been made on their end, and the follow through is arriving with full urgency. They are not tiptoeing anymore, and the energy around their next move is charged with determination and purpose. You may notice a change in how they communicate because the walls are coming down faster than anticipated. Their behavior will begin reflecting what their heart has known all along, and that honesty is overdue. Then we have the Chariot, and this card is pure momentum, driving everything forward at an unstoppable pace. The Chariot does not slow down or hesitate, and it tells me nothing will stop this person now. They have locked their eyes on what they want, and every obstacle in the way is being removed. The Chariot confirms a rapid acceleration in this connection, and the timeline is shorter than you imagine. This person is no longer debating whether to act. They have already decided, and execution is underway. The intention behind their movement is locked in, and nothing on this earth will derail their focus now. A phone call, a message, a sudden appearance, something tangible is about to land in front of you. The Chariot says the waiting period is over, and what comes next is direct, visible, and undeniable. The universe is clearing the path in front of them, and every blockage is dissolving faster than expected. This person has crossed a threshold inside of themselves, and there is no returning to the old version. Action is replacing hesitation. Certainty is replacing doubt, and that transformation is happening at full speed. Every card in this section points to forward motion, and nothing is holding this person back anymore. The shift is happening now. It is real, and when it reaches your door, you will feel it. Get ready because this person is coming towards you with a force that cannot be slowed or redirected. Okay, now we go deeper than the surface, because this is where the real confessions live. This person has been hiding something from you, and it is not what you might think. What they conceal is not betrayal or distance. It is the terrifying depth of how they feel. They have words trapped inside their chest, sentences they rehearsed 1,000 times but never spoken. The confession sitting on their tongue is heavy, and they swallow it every time they see you. The first card is the Two of Cups, and it exposes the truth they guard most carefully. The Two of Cups says this person sees you as their match, and that realization haunts them. This knowing lives in their gut, in their chest, and in every restless night they spend alone. They have already chosen you inside their mind, but their lips have not caught up to their heart. In private moments, they imagine what it feels like to say everything without holding anything back. They picture the relief of honesty, the weight lifting off, and it overwhelms them every single time. Their feelings have grown roots so deep that cutting them would mean destroying part of who they are. What they hide is a devotion, so consuming that admitting it would make them completely vulnerable. They fear the size of what they feel will scare you, so they measure every word instead. Every glance they give you carries an unspoken paragraph, and every silence is filled with their confession. They rehearse your name in their thoughts, wrapping it in tenderness like a prayer they never speak. They want to tell you that you changed something inside them, something they believed was permanently sealed. The Two of Cups confirms they privately consider you irreplaceable, even if they never say it aloud. The next card is the Seven of Swords reversed, and it tells me their walls are collapsing. The Seven of Swords reversed means the hiding is ending and the mask is slipping off completely. They are exhausted from the pretending, and this connection consumes their every waking thought and dream. The secret they carry is wild, irrevocable love, and they cannot contain it inside themselves any longer. Every strategy they use to protect themselves is failing, and raw truth is seeping through the cracks. They used to be skilled at keeping composure, but around you, that skill vanishes without a trace. The mask of indifference they wore is cracking, and underneath it lives a heart that bleeds devotion. They told themselves it was nothing serious, that they could walk away, but their heart refused entirely. They lied about not caring, they lied about being fine, and every false word ate them alive inside. In their silence, they confessed that no one has ever occupied their thoughts the way you do. They replay your conversations, they memorize your expressions, and they hold on to details you forgot. The depth of their attention toward you is consuming, and that intensity is hidden from absolutely everyone. Nobody around them suspects the depth of what they carry, and that isolation makes the longing even sharper. Then we have the Empress, and she unveils the most intimate layer of what they secretly desire. The Empress says, "This person craves tenderness with you, the kind that exists only behind closed doors. They want soft mornings and whispered truths, a life where vulnerability is met with warmth, not judgment. Their hidden desire is not just romance, it is full surrender, a bond where nothing is held back. They ache for the kind of closeness words cannot describe, the kind that is felt only through presence. The Empress reveals they fantasize about nurturing you, about being the safe place you always return to. They want to care for you, protect you, and build a world where both of you finally exhale. You reawaken something dormant inside of them, and they are terrified of losing it a second time. The domestic dream they hold is vivid, detailed, and you are woven into every single piece of it. The Empress confirms their deepest confession is not just love, it is an aching longing to belong. They want permanence, they want roots, and they want every ordinary moment to be shared with you only. This person has never confessed any of this to another soul, and that silence is crushing them inside. Every quiet moment alone becomes a whispered confession to the universe, hoping somehow it reaches you. Their unspoken truth fills every room they sit in, and eventually it will find its way out. The cards confirm that what lives inside this person is rare, sacred, and it belongs entirely to you. Okay, let us look at what the near future holds for you because it is looking incredibly promising. The first card for your near future is the Page of Cups, and it brings an emotional surprise. The Page of Cups says a love declaration is heading your way, and it will completely astonish you. A gesture of raw sincerity is approaching, and it will arrive in a way you did not expect. This person is going to reveal themselves fully in a manner that leaves absolutely no room for doubt. The Page of Cups carries new emotional beginnings, and this particular one will reshape your entire world. You will feel this shift in your chest before your mind even processes what is happening around you. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and it confirms a major cycle turning in your favor. Now, the Wheel of Fortune says destiny is intervening directly, and the timing of everything is divinely orchestrated. Luck is on your side, and doors that seemed permanently shut are swinging wide open for you. The wheel is spinning toward union, toward partnership, and every force in the universe is backing that spin. A season of struggle is being replaced by a season of receiving, and that transition is already underway. Everything that felt stalled or uncertain is now accelerating. And the momentum behind this love is unstoppable. The trajectory of this connection bends towards something beautiful, and your near future confirms all of it. The universe has been rearranging things quietly on your behalf, and now the results are becoming visible. Now, the advice card is the Six of Wands, and it carries a powerful instruction moving forward. The Six of Wands says, believe in the victory already written for you and release every doubt. Walk into this next chapter with your head held high because you earned everything heading your way. Do not shrink when love arrives, and do not question whether you deserve it because you absolutely do. The Six of Wands is triumph, and it reminds you that your patience has already paid off completely. Stand tall in your worthiness. Receive with open arms and let this miracle land exactly where it belongs. Own every blessing that is coming because the cards made it abundantly clear. This victory is yours alone. You fought for this with every ounce of faith, and now the universe is handing you the reward. Let me bring this full circle for you because the message today was clear from the very start. Expect a miracle because this person is going to love you more than anyone else ever has. That was the promise. And every single card that came through today backed it with undeniable power. The star opened with divine hope. The King of Cups brought devoted love, and the lovers sealed it. The Nine of Cups honored your deepest wish, and the Queen of Swords mirrored your inner strength. The Four of Wands promised you a home, and the Ten of Cups revealed their emotional devotion. The Knight of Pentacles showed their patience, and the Moon uncovered the fears they have been hiding. The Ace of Wands ignited action. The Eight of Cups released the past, and the Chariot drove forward. The Two of Cups exposed their hidden love, and the Seven of Swords reversed, stripped away every mask. The Empress unveiled their deepest desire, and the Page of Cups promised a beautiful surprise arriving soon. The Wheel of Fortune turned destiny your way, and the Six of Wands crowned everything with triumph. 18 cards came through for you today, and not a single one carried doubt or hesitation within it. Every card aligned to deliver you one truth, and that truth is that love has already found you. Not someday, not eventually, but in this very season, love has already locked its eyes on you. You are worthy of this miracle. You are ready for it, and it is already on its way. This is not wishful thinking or false hope. It is exactly what the cards laid out for you. Your heart has been through enough waiting, and the universe is finally answering every prayer you whispered. Open your arms wide and receive what is yours, because this love was designed specifically for your soul. Let this reading settle deep into your bones. Carry it and trust that what is yours will arrive. Thank you so much for being here today, and I am truly grateful that you trusted this reading. Sending you all the love and all the light, and I will talk to you again very soon.